Okay guys, my apologies. I completely forgot like a dummy to film a intro to this video. But anyways, if you guys are interested, I'm going to be doing a tutorial using the Huda Beauty Desert Dust palette. So if you guys are interested, then just keep on watching. But don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave and give my video a thumbs up. That way I know you guys like these videos. Let's get on with the show.
Alright guys, so I actually already applied my primer and my foundation already. For primer today I use the Cover FX Blurring Primer. So I use this just to prep my skin. And then for foundation today I use the Dior Skin Forever foundation. This is in the shade 031. I really like this foundation. It's one of my favorites from the high end because it is completely full coverage and it definitely does last a long time. It definitely lasts like the whole day for me. It does have SPF of 35. It controls your shine, so if you're oily, it definitely keeps you pretty matte throughout the day. The only thing I don't like about this foundation is that it does oxidize. Now obviously this is not my shade at the moment. I did get this foundation when I was a little bit more tan. Just be aware that this foundation does oxidize a little bit when you go out and try it out for the first time, if you guys are wondering. So yeah, so next I'm going to go ahead and apply my concealer. For today's concealer I'm going to be using this Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I'm in the shade Sand, so I'm just going to apply this on underneath my eyes. So somebody actually once told me that they bought like a really dark foundation, they lost the receipt, and they didn't know like what to do to make that foundation work. Okay, so honestly, the best tip I have for anyone that buys like a really dark foundation that does not match you is line it up with concealer. There is like special droplets. I can't remember who that brand is from, but there is some like droplets where you can kind of customize your foundation color. But honestly, concealer does it for me all the time. So this is what I'm going to do because this foundation is a little bit much darker than me right now. So I'm just going to go in with a very light concealer and then just kind of lighten my foundation up. If you get like crazy shade of dark foundation and you're like, you know, 100 shades lighter than that, it's not going to work. It's definitely not going to work. I'm talking about like maybe a shade darker than you or two shades darker than you, it'll work. But when you're like, you know, 6 shades darker, I don't think it'll work. You need to go return that as soon as possible or just give it away to someone. To set my under eyes, I'm going to be using my Laura Mercier A setting. Take my beauty sponge and just dab a little bit and then just put as much as I can under my eyes because I do want to kind of bake it under there because I don't want like any creasing or anything like that. And then I'm just going to apply the rest all over. For today's brows, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Brow Pomade. This is in the shade Medium Brown. And I'm just going to go in and brush out my brows with the spoolie. So I'm just doing my brows really quick. So I just start off right here in the corner and then just work my way up very slowly till the end of the tail. And then just feather out like that. So, and then I don't start like over here. I start kind of like in the middle. So like right here. And then I just connect it. And then very lightly you want to shade in the brows. And then when you're right here, you kind of just want to brush up. That's normally what I like to do. I'm going to go ahead and dust off all that powder underneath my eye. Today's eyeshadow, I'm going to be using this palette right here. This is the Huda Beauty Desert Dust palette. It is one of my favorites. I haven't used it in quite a while. As you guys can see, it's like basically brand new. Haven't really used it, so I just decided to whip it out and use it today. So I'm going to go in with this shade right here. This is Desert Sand, and I'm just going to apply that all over my eye just to set the concealer. And then I'm just going to take it a little bit on the brow bone area, just so it can set all of that concealer that we just applied right now. I always try to go in with the lightest shade on the palette and then just apply that all over the lid just to set that concealer or the eyeshadow primer, and then just create like a really nice canvas for your eye makeup look. So for today, I'm going to be using Eden, which is this one right here. It's kind of like a peachy shade. So I'm going to use that with a blender brush, and I'm just going to apply it right here on the crease area. Just going to blend that in. That is it for the transition shade. Next up, I'm going to be using this shade right here. This is called Blazing, and I'm going to use the same brush. So I'm just going to dip that into Blazing. And then I'm just going to apply it right underneath that shade. And then just go in and blend in under the transition shade. Okay guys, so next up I'm going to be using this shade right here. This shade is called Blood Moon, and it's a very gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, like a very shimmery red. And it has a lot of pink, like a rose gold. So I think that's going to be perfect for this look. So that's what I'm going to go in with in the middle. And then I'm just going to use a very light shade in the corner of my eye. So I'm just going to be applying that right here in the middle. Oh my god, I love this shade. It's absolutely stunning. So now to add a pop of color in my inner eye, I'm going to go in with this shade right here. This shade is called Nefertiti. Nefertiti. I don't even know if I'm saying it correctly, but I think that's the name. So sorry if I'm bombing the name, but it just kind of sounds a little bit weird. But anyways, so I'm just going to apply that right here. And just to add a little bit of pop right in the corner area, just to brighten up my eyes a little bit. So that's pretty much it for the top eye. Now for the bottom, I'm going to go in with a much darker red. So I'm going to go in with this shade right here. That shade is called Saffron. And I'm just going to apply a little bit of that red. That shade is like super pigmented. So I'm just going to apply that and put it under my eye area. I don't know why, but every single time I do my lower lash line with eyeshadow, I freak out. I feel like I'm always gonna poke my eye, and basically I pretty much always do. It never fails, and I'm always so scared. Does that happen to you guys? I don't know. For today's eyeliner, I'm gonna be using this one right here. This is the Tarte Tartiste eyeliner, and I really like this eyeliner a lot, but my thing literally broke. So every single time I like push it out, there's like a little cut right here, and it comes out all over the place. So I try to be very, very careful with it. So I'm just gonna go into my eyeliner. I'm gonna shut up because every single time I talk and do my eyeliner, it just doesn't work. So let's do this. Alright guys, so that is the liner. I did a very dramatic liner today. I'm just going to apply my lashes and I will be right back. I already went ahead and applied my lashes. Today's lashes, I used the Ardell Wispies. These are one of my favorite lashes. I absolutely love them. So next up, I'm going to be applying some contour on my face, a little bit of bronzing up. And for that, I'm going to be using the Park Avenue Princess palette by Tarte. Absolutely love this palette. I've already mentioned it a couple of times on my channel, but I'm going to be taking this shade right here. This one's called Angle, and I'm just going to be applying that right here just so I can kind of warm up my face a little bit. And then I'm just going to go in really gently right here just to create that perfect contour. For today's blush, I'm going to be using my new Morphe Blush Trio. This is in the Pop of Coral. So it looks like this. I already showed you guys on my Ulta haul. And I'm just going to apply the middle shade right here, just because I am really eyeing that shade a lot. And I'm just going to apply that a little bit right on my cheeks. I don't want to do too much. It's very, very sheer actually, which is kind of nice. I actually don't mind like pretty sheer blushes because when it's nice to build up, but when they're hella pigmented and they're really hard to blend, it's like, what the heck happened? You know what I mean? So I kind of like it when it's a very sheer blush because you can definitely build those up. And this one I can definitely tell that it's very, very buildable because I can, you know, already start seeing the blush popping. Alright, so that's that. I'm not going to do anything crazy. For highlighter, it's only appropriate if I use a Huda Beauty highlighter. So for today, I'm going to be using the Summer Highlighter Palette by Huda Beauty. Absolutely stunning. Isn't she freaking gorgeous? Like her skin, her eyes, her brows, her like contour, and her highlight is always freaking bomb. I love her. She is so amazing. So I'm going to be taking this shade right here. That shade is called Malibu. And I'm just going to take my Morphe, what is this, R36 brush. One of my favorite highlighting brushes. And I'm just going to apply that right in my cheeks. Oh, I love this highlighter. It is so gorgeous. I don't even know why, you know, I haven't used it in such a long time that I almost forgot I had it. And look at it. It is so blinding. And then I'm just going to apply a little bit on the bridge of my nose. I'm going to take my ring finger and just grab a little bit. And then I'm just going to put it right here on the tip of my nose. Just because I like that little, like, you know, oh, pop of color. And then right here on my Cupid's bow. Just a little bit. To finish off this makeup look, I'm going to be going in with this Huda Beauty liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Bombshell. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of Huda Beauty's liquid lipsticks, but I do have a couple, so I'm just going to be using them. So I'm going to take this and just apply it, and this is like such a nice, like pinky, light peach, corally shade in a way. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I really hope you guys liked it. Please don't forget to give my video a thumbs up if you did. Let me know in the comment section if you guys love to see videos like this because I love making them. And yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me on my getting ready with me. I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!